If you're using punishments with your toddler, you might think you're teaching them a lesson. But what if I told you that punishments could actually be making things worse? Today, we're diving into why punishments don't work and what you can do instead that actually helps your child learn and grow. First, let's talk about what punishment really is. Punishment is any action taken to make a child suffer for their wrongdoing in the hope that they won't repeat the behavior. Sounds logical, right? Well, not to a toddler's developing brain. Here's why punishments often backfire. Number one, they don't teach the right lesson. When you punish a child, they're not thinking about what they did wrong. They're thinking about how mean you are or how to avoid getting caught next time. Let's break this down a little bit more. Imagine your toddler has just drawn on the wall with crayons. You immediately send them to timeout. What's going through their mind during those minutes? Are they sitting there pondering the consequences of their actions? Thinking about how drawing on the walls affects the household? Probably not. They're more likely wondering why you're so upset, feeling frustrated that their art project was interrupted, or plotting how to hide the crayons next time so they don't get caught. You see, a toddler's brain isn't developed enough to make these complex connections between their actions and abstract consequences. When we punish, we assume they can reflect on their behavior and learn from it. But in reality, they're just learning to fear the punishment, not to understand the reason behind the rule. Punishment often shifts the focus from the behavior to the punishment itself. So instead of learning drawing on the walls is not okay because it damages our home, they learn, I need to be sneakier when I want to draw on the wall. This is why you might find yourself dealing with the same behaviors over and over despite consistent punishment. It's not that your child is deliberately disobeying, they simply haven't learned the lesson that you're trying to teach. So what can we do instead in this situation? Rather than a timeout, we could involve the child in cleaning the wall. This teaches them directly about the consequences of their actions. We could also provide appropriate alternatives. Walls are not for drawing on, but here's some paper where you can create your artwork. This way we're guiding them towards the behavior we want to see rather than just punishing the behavior we don't want. Number two, punishments can damage your relationship with your child. Think about it. 1 minute you're their comfort and the next you're causing them distress. This can be really confusing to little brains and can lead to things like fear, resentment, and communication issues, especially as they get older. The alternative? Building a relationship based on trust and open communication. Now, this doesn't mean being a pushover. It means guiding with empathy. So for example, if your child hits their sibling, you can try, I see you're angry, and it's okay to feel angry. It's not okay to hit. Let's find a better way to handle your anger. This acknowledges feelings, reinforces boundaries, and invites problem solving. By responding with empathy rather than punishment, you're showing your child that you're on their team. You're teaching them that it's safe to come with you with problems, setting the foundation for a lifelong positive relationship. Our third reason why punishments don't work is that they don't address the root cause of the behavior. Punishments don't help children understand why their behavior was inappropriate or how to do better next time. So if your child hits their sibling and you take away their favorite toy, have you really taught them why hitting is wrong? When we punish, we're focused on stopping the behavior, not understanding it. But here's the thing. All misbehavior is communication of an unmet need or a skill that has not yet been mastered. Your toddler isn't giving you a hard time. They're having a hard time. Although I totally get how it feels like they're giving you a hard time. Trust me. But maybe they hit because they don't know how to express frustration. Or they refuse bedtime because they're afraid of the dark. Punishment doesn't solve these underlying issues. Instead, try to be a detective. Ask yourself, what is my child trying to tell me with this behavior? Then address that need. You'll not only solve the immediate problem, but you'll give them tools for the future. I know the thought of being a behavior detective sounds exhausting at times, and I'm right there with you. Just remember, you are not alone in this. And if you want more help and support with this, along with everything else that comes along with raising toddlers and preschoolers, then please come join us in the Life with Littles Lounge, where you'll get the support you need for yourself and learn how to best support your child's development while strengthening your relationship in the process. Check out the link in the description box to join us. Our fourth reason is that punishment can lead to power struggles. The more you punish, the more your child might resist, creating a cycle of negative behavior. It's like a game of tug of war where nobody wins. Toddlers are wired to seek independence. When we punish, we're essentially saying, I'm bigger and more powerful than you. And guess what? Your toddler is going to want to prove that they have power too. So this can lead your toddler to be way less likely to cooperate during everyday interactions, like when you ask them to clean their room and they yell back, "No." Sound familiar? So instead of punishing or forcing compliance, try collaboration. It's time to clean your room. Do you want to pick up the blocks or the stuffed animals first? I'll help. This gives them a sense of control and helps promote teamwork, which makes them more likely to cooperate. Punishments don't help your child learn how to regulate their emotions, which is very much something they're still learning to do at this age. In fact, they often increase stress and anxiety, making it harder for your child to control their emotions and behavior. Here's a little brain science nugget for you. When kids are punished, their stress response kicks in. That tiny bit of development that they have in their prefrontal cortex or their thinking brain completely goes offline and their emotional brain takes over. And in this state, they can't learn or make good decisions. Plus, we are missing a golden opportunity to teach emotional regulation. When your child is melting down, that's when they need your calm the most. It's a chance to show them how to handle big feelings. Try saying something like, "I know you're really upset. It's okay to feel angry, but it's not okay to throw things. Let's take some deep breaths together and figure out how to fix this." You're not just avoiding punishment. You're actively teaching crucial life skills. And remember, the goal isn't perfect behavior, although that would be nice. It's raising emotionally intelligent kids who can navigate life's challenges. And that starts with how we respond to their mistakes and misbehaviors. Now, I know you might be thinking, but if I don't punish them, how will they learn? Great question. As we just learned, children actually don't learn from punishment. I know I gave you some tips above, but go check out this video for 5 ways that you can discipline without punishment. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips to help you love your life with littles. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, you've got this. I'll see you next time.